Right, Alan Castleman with the MLS committee. We'll take another minute and show you something that might be useful for you in Flex. This time we're going to talk about hot sheets, and we're going to talk about the dashboard. So this is the dashboard that I'm looking at right now. It's called CWTAR dashboard. Yes, you can have multiple dashboards if you want to create one for different types of business that you're doing or different information. So right now we're not going to get into that. We're just going to talk about adding hot sheets. So you probably already have a hot sheet on there, but I'm going to show you how to add multiples. And I'm going to tell you why you might want to consider doing that. Maybe you look at specific areas of the market and different areas of the market. So, for instance, this hot sheet right here is Carroll County, Crockett County, Gibson County, and you can't see it, but it's Madison County. And there's 8 new listings. Well, this one also is Gibson, Madison, Crockett, same ones, and it's 1. Well, the reason why is this is commercial and this is residential. So if you click right here, you can actually go to settings and you can set up what do you want to look at. Well, I tend to work in a tighter area than the whole MLS. So sometimes I don't want to necessarily see what's in Dyer County. If I want to see that, I can still do a search for it. But just from a hot sheet perspective, I don't necessarily need to see that information. So I can actually select the specific city that I want to look at. If I'm just wanting, you could have a hot sheet for every city that you work in. If you work in Medina and Milan and Trenton, you could have one for each if you would like to do that. I tend to work based on counties from a hot sheet standpoint, but this particular setup on this one is Carroll, Crockett, Gibson, and Madison. You simply click on that and you can choose Fayette or Hardin or whatever to add to that list. You can also do it by zip codes. Let's say you want to really dial down, like in Jackson, and you only want to search 38301s. Well, you can have a 38301 hot sheet. But I'm leaving that blank, so I've just got 4. I've got 4 counties, and I want a hot sheet that shows me everything that's changed in those 4 counties in the last 24 hours for land and residential. So literally, you just click on this and type in what your property type is, and you can actually add that to it. So when I click save, this hot sheet only works for those 4 counties for residential. This one, the settings, actually they're not the same counties. These are only for commercial. And for instance, this is a good example. Maybe in residential, I work a bigger net, right? I work 4 or 5 counties more regularly. But in commercial, because it's a different animal, it might be a little more complicated. Maybe I only want to know what's in Madison and Gibson for those particular listings. So in this case, I've got a hot sheet set up for commercial leasing and commercial selling in just Gibson and Madison County. Now, I've got multiple hot sheets on my dashboard. So how do I do that? Well, if you go over here to customize, first of all, you can move these things around, right? You can drag this over here, you can drag this over here. You can stack them, you can do whatever you want. But over here under customize, if you go to add a gadget, I call it a widget, but gadget, these are all of the little gadgets or little boxes that you can have on your dashboard. You can do specific listing collections. You can have your own listings on there. I've got one of those on mine. See, it's checkboxed. It says my listing gadget or widget is already on my dashboard. So there's lots of things that you want news. You can have this stuff added. But if you go to like daily, it's under daily, hot sheet right there. And notice it's reminding me that I already have a hot sheet on my dashboard, but the button says add another. So I'm just going to click add another. Done. It added another widget. So I'm finished. I'm going to click return to dashboard. And now hot sheet. Let's roll down. I bet it's down here. Yep, there it is. Here's a hot sheet. So I'm going to drag this up just a little bit so I can stack them. And this hot sheet, maybe I want to do, maybe I really focus on Jackson, and I want my own listing hot sheet for Jackson. And I'll even take it a step further and say I want it for 38301. Um, and what am I looking for? I just want residential. So I'm going to click save. So now I've got a Jackson 38301 residential hot sheet just for that area here for the last 24 hours. So with that said, I have to figure out why this says 16, but I'll come back to that. It seems like a lot for that area, but anyway, we can see that. Go back to that. We can see that you can quickly add hot sheets for as many areas or types of properties that you would like right here on your dashboard, and then you can move those and arrange them in whatever order that helps you be more efficient. Hope this helps.